guys, welcome back to another video. So for today's reaction, we are going to listen to Foodie Beauty talk about how she got her license as a Canadian in Kuwait. So this has kind of already been debunked on Twitter and the whole girl world in general, saying there are certain licenses she can't get. So I'm waiting to hear, like most of the community is, what Milk Tea's a reaction to this is, since she's got some experience with foreign driver's licenses and things like that in the Middle East. So looking forward to her take on that. So I'm not going to say too much about it for now. Let's just listen to Foodie talk about how she finally got her license, because she is, what, 16 again? So let's get to.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So
Thanks.
Today I just wanted to let you know some exciting news and talk a bit about that. So I actually have
She looks like she's been crying, even though she's heavily filtered. Her eyes are very red.
now a proper license to drive here in Kuwait. So yeah, I know I drove a while back one time, and I was under a different situation then.
You drove illegally back then, Chantal. Just say it. I mean, we've all done illegal things in our lives, right? Like, you know, just admit it. Like, it's fine. We all know.
different status and whatnot. So, but you know, when you change your status, it changes the type of license you need.
Oh yeah? What kind of status do you have now, Chantal? What's your visa status now? Let's talk about it.
So I actually have a proper license for my current status here, which
is what?
of course I will not show you the license. I don't know anybody who shows driver's license, you know, to the public.
Can you imagine? Your life is so sad that you have to make a video as a 40-year-old woman to tell people that you got your driver's license, but then also in the next breath say, I'm not going to show my driver's license. Okay, so then why even make a video about it? No one's going to believe anything you say anyway. So again, she is just so thirsty for content. It is sad.
Like online, but I do have it in case the Kuwait police need to see it or authorities here need to see it. If like,
I think she's getting a little scared, you guys. I think she realized, hopefully she's starting to wake up to the fact that she just made a lot of people really annoyed with her. And like, I said this on Twitter a couple days ago, her situation in Kuwait is so precarious because she's in essence committing visa fraud, right? That's what she's doing. For whatever reason, the Kuwaiti authorities don't care, or they haven't been alerted to this yet. But again, she's made a lot of people very angry, and there is like videos of her, so I don't know what she's doing. But it's just interesting for her to kind of just lay the groundwork for some other obscure story that she's going to gaslight her whole audience with in a couple months. So let's see how this goes out.
get pulled over or something like that, or in an accident, God forbid, hopefully not, you know, inshallah.
I'm telling you guys, she's afraid that she's afraid, or she should be afraid. I'm not saying people should be threatening her, but like, if I were her, I would make sure that all my paperwork is in order, because again, Chantal, you're in fucking Kuwait, okay? Like, you are in Kuwait. You don't have any family there. You don't have a safety net. You don't have any money. Like, please, like, get documentation. You're going to get deported, and it's going to be wild entertainment, but for you, it's going to suck, dude. That's going to suck. Because I don't know what happens. Like, what happens? Does anything happen to your passport? Do any kind of like restrictions get placed on it if you commit visa fraud? That's interesting. Like, I know countries are all different. Every country is different, but in general, I would assume you wouldn't be able to travel as freely. I don't know. That's interesting.
But yeah, I finally have my license. So I'm just coming on and telling you this piece of personal information because, of course, it's going to, you know, be apparent on my channel because, you know, I'm going to be driving places. I don't know if I feel comfortable to live and drive here like I didn't mind in Canada.
Please don't. I know we're all here for that. We need some kind of excitement because her life sucks so hard. But like, you're going to get into an accident. Like, we saw how bad it was in in Canada when she was driving. And that was in the wilderness. And she was hitting things, animals, curbs, people. Like, who knows what she hit over there. Um, just imagine her in fucking Kuwait. Oh my god. Don't go live for a while until you get comfortable. Chantal, please. You're gonna kill somebody, seriously.
Um, but
It's not funny.
you know, this will allow me to go out more on my own, do more content for my channel on my own, and not have to always rely on Salah.
They got into a fight. Well, we already saw the live, right? From a couple nights ago where they both snapped at each other. I might cover that. It was pretty interesting. So they're fighting, right? She wants some independence. I hope she's realizing how fucking up shit's creek without a paddle she is, because Chantal, you better start getting your mobility back, because you are not going to be in a good place once he leaves your ass, right? Because you know she'll never leave someone. They have to leave her. Like, she wouldn't break up with BB. He had to break up with her. She wouldn't leave Nodder alone for 2 years. He was just like, God damn it, leave me alone. Like, you know what I mean? And she's often said, just tell me if you don't love me anymore. She doesn't ever want to face the actual facts and reality. Like, she probably knows the guy never loved her, this idiot Salah, but she won't admit it. She needs to hear it from them, right? She'll never break up with someone. She waits for them to break up with her, because then she's the victim. Boo hoo, wah, 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 blah, blah, blah. But then she'll spin it like it was a mutual thing, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think they're definitely, but we've been saying that for a while, haven't we? That they're like arguing all the time. Either way, her life is misery, and I'm here for it.
You know, sometimes he's busy with his work stuff. Sometimes he's just not available due to that reason. And sometimes he just doesn't feel like it going out. And sometimes I feel like going out. So that makes a really big difference. And I think...
And she's swallowing a lot after she talks. She's lying. Chantal, what is going on over there? What is happening that we don't know about? Listen, Chantal. You told us all about Nodder. You let that shit play out. We know what kind of ratchet ass you could be. We're not shocked. Here's the thing. The craziest part of all of this, in this whole Chantal story, there's Chantal and there's Salah. We're all rooting for Chantal. Even the people that really do not like Chantal, because there are some people that just flat out hate her, and I understand, whatever. To each their own. They're still on Chantal's side. That's how much the community can get behind you, Chantal. Do you understand that? I know you're listening. I know you watch me. Get rid of him. You, first of all, you'll have a lot more money. You don't really need him, right? If you have to, you can get like a maid to come in a couple times a week to clean your house. You don't need him. Like, you really don't. Find yourself like an entry level place. Even if you have to go for like people with disabilities, some place that caters to those kinds of people, to that population, you go there. Okay? Lie if you have to. Get yourself an entry level first ground floor apartment, a cheap one. Who cares, right? You're starting over. Get rid of lose the 200-pound crazy frog on your back. Okay? Please. Get away from him.
It'll make, you know, a big difference in the quality of my life here, because I can go out. Now, the thing is like, I'm a bit nervous because while I've driven for many, many years in Canada, the roads in Canada...
You guys think that car is on a lease or is it financed? If it's leased and they have to give it back at the end of the lease, right? I've never leased a car. I've only just financed cars, but like, if you get into an accident, what does that do to the lease? You know what I mean? Of the car. As opposed to if you just wreck it and you're financing it, it's yours anyway, so you still got to pay for it, but it's not as bad, I guess. You know she's gonna crash. You know something's gonna happen. So that's why I'm like trying to like foresee the future, because you know she's gonna hit something or somebody.
The drivers in Canada are different than here. You know, driving here is different. It's not like super super different as if I was driving in like the chaos of India or something. I watch those most dangerous road channels videos sometimes, and India is featured a lot on that. So yeah, I just, it's not the same. So I do have to get.
I know that she wants lip fillers, but her filter right now, she's made her lips so big. I'm just reminded of like a monkey's butthole. And yes, I am stealing that insult from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I don't care. It does look like a monkey's butthole.
Accustomed to the road, everything like that. Luckily here they drive on the same side of the road as in Canada, and they use the same, you know, is it metric system? Like it's like in kilometers, the speed limits and stuff. But we have a pretty smart vehicle. You know, the Sherry, it's the Kia of Kuwait, as what some of you, you know, guys have.
It's 1,000 times better than the Kia, though. I mean, it's new, so I assume it would be better than the Kia. The Kia was beat to shit. You beat that thing to the ground, Chantal.
I've been calling it. So yeah, it's going to be totally fine because I'm just very careful, and you know.
You better be very careful, because now you're in a different country. Listen, if she gets into an accident, I'm telling you guys, that might be her undoing. Because if she gets into a car accident, it's a legal matter at that point, right? She's going to get hurt. She's going to get into a fucking fender bender. She's going to rear end someone by accident, or she's going to sideswipe someone by accident. She's going to hit a curb and someone's going to call the police or something. And that's how she's going to go to jail. That's how she's going to go back to Canada, not jail. Sorry. Like that's how they found, speaking of serial killers, which I know you love, Chantal. That's how they got Ted Bundy on traffic stops. That's how they got the fucking they first actually not arrested, they couldn't catch him, but the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, right? He got pulled over for driving erratically and having a light out and shit, right? And then he took off and they couldn't find him. This is how Chantal's gonna meet her doom. Getting her license. You see her flexing like, yeah, I'm a 40-year-old with my driver's license. Oh yeah, look, I got a license, you guys. Ooh, exciting. Okay. Don't get into an accident, Chantal, because that like swagger of your license might get you taken back to Canada. Then you got to start paying taxes. Womp womp.
I plan on not going out all the time, especially not alone. Like I still want to spend a lot of time with my husband, you know, and he'll drive whenever we're going out together. I've actually become accustomed to being a passenger princess because I just, anything to do with being a princess, yeah.
She's like the sassy 7-year-old that you can't stand at a holiday party, right? Like someone's bratty kid. I'm so sassy. And then like her parents are like her mom is encouraging it. They're laughing. They're saying, oh, do it again. Do it again. Like so sassy. This is what happens to your children when they grow up. They think everyone thinks it's funny that they're being bitchy and moody and just obnoxious. And you get, oh, I just love being a princess for anything. Listen to this next part.
No, but just like honestly, like it's just, you don't have to worry, you know. So Salah's a very very good driver. I really just enjoy laying back with the AC and not having to focus on the road.
If that is not her life, all she wants to do is sit back, enjoy, suck in the AC, the air conditioning, and let someone else take control. All this woman wants to do is eat and seal and talk about herself, only the things she wants to talk about, in a seal position for the rest of her life. Let someone else take control of the bills. She'll make the money. She'll bring in some money, just enough for her to get by and to survive. But that's about it. Let Salah take control. Let him take control. She gives him this fake control, but really she's wearing the pants, right? Because she controls the money. Girl, wake the fuck up. Stop paying this loser. Seriously, Chantal, look, let's pretend for 5 seconds I'm your friend, okay? Stop paying this loser to cheat on you and humiliate you in front of your audience. Okay, he's the reason your channel is going down so rapidly. You ever notice when he pulls out the fucking crazy frog that the people that are watching you, the numbers start to decline? People can't take it. They don't like him, and that's it. Look at can we talk about your track record? What did we tell you about Nodder? What did people tell you? What did the whole community tell you about Nodder? Stay the fuck away from him. You do not belong together. We were right. Listen to me, Chantal. We're right again. The entire community does not like Salah. Is Salah as bad as Nader? No. We're not comparing the two, apples and oranges. They're still two pretty shitty men, though, in their own way, right? Why don't you listen to us? We told you BB was the best thing that ever happened to you, and you let him go, and you realized you fucked up, right? She could have gotten her shit together with BB. He did care about her. For better or worse, he did care about her for whatever reason, right? They had a history. We warned you about Nader. We're warning you about Salah. When the fuck are you going to listen? How many times can you make the same mistakes and have literally thousands of people telling you this guy is not good for you? You can do better. I'm telling you, Chantal, you can do better than this loser. Okay? You really, really can. Honest to God. You have financial independence. You hold the key. Ladies, if there are any young girls out there watching me, like in their late teen, like 19, 18, in their early 20s, I'll give you some piece of advice from someone who is in her early 40s. I'm 42 years old. Make your money. However you make it, whatever you got to do, that is the key to happiness. Because if you are financially independent, and my older girlies will agree with me, if you have your own means, you can do and leave whenever the fuck you want. Chantal, you can leave this loser. You got your license? Good. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there. Find somewhere else to kick his ass out. Whatever you got to do. Go live with some female roommates. That's got to be allowed in Kuwait, right? Like, you have to have certain women or have to be like married and to live in certain buildings, blah, blah, blah. There has to be a place for single or Kuwaiti women to go, right? Go there if you don't want to go back to Canada, or go to a different country. You have a fucking passport, unimpeded right now, supposedly. Use it. You want to flex that you can travel? You don't fucking need Salah. You went to Canada by yourself. You went to Thailand by yourself. You could do it. Nut up, be a woman, and fucking do it. Sorry,
But
I
I
know
can
that
see
was a
how
long diatribe, but I've been thinking about this a lot. She's got the money. Get the fuck out. Kick him the fuck out, right? Be a woman and do something about it. You hold the key. Literally, you hold the key. Stop asking him to hide your fucking snacks. Be a woman, take care of your shit, get your license, get your life in order. Kick this fucking loser to the curb where he belongs. He's that. Listen, Chantal, Salah is going to be playing Crazy Frog for women for the rest of his life. Don't make it be you.
chaotic it can get in the street sometimes, because the thing is, there's traffic jams here, just like any country. They're probably not as bad as some countries, but there's, it's pretty bad at certain times, like around 1 p.m. when school is letting out, 1:30, something like that. The schools will let out, and the traffic can be really bad. In the evenings, most people here in Kuwait tend to go out in the evenings. So if you're going out after 4:30, 5 o'clock, yeah. And then I would say the worst is like 7 o'clock. It's just, especially if you're going to the popular places like Salmiya.
Honey, you're not going to the popular places. Why even bother talking about them? We know what you're going to do when you get in that car. We know what's going to happen. You're not going to go to the popular places, okay? We've gone on many drives with you, Chantal. We know what's going to happen.
Kuwait City, going to see, going to see the towers and stuff like that. So I'm, but the thing
Swallow, swallow.
is at least now I have a license that if I just want to, if Salah's busy and I just want to go out and, go to a cafe in my town, up the street, something like that, the closer cafes I can just walk to, like I did before.
You mean the one time you walked to the cafe? The one time?
Or on my live streams, but,
And she liked to flex on that. I don't see you guys walking to the cafe. She said it one time. And everyone collectively got like motion sickness from her walking to the cafe. Thank you. I don't know how she doesn't.
Get asked a lot, do I miss driving? And a part of me misses driving in Canada. I don't miss driving here because, like I said, it's just different. And I don't really get the urge, to drive. Like, so for me, just going somewhere close by to a cafe would be totally fine. Would be totally fine because it's not the same scenery. It's not the same.
Honey, you don't have to convince us. Just get in the car and do it. That's like 90% of anxiety is actually getting up to do something, right? Get out of the car. Like she used to say that she would go to doctor's appointments or whatever and just like, or go to Walmart and just sit in the parking lot and not have the nerve to get out and go inside for whatever reason. I've experienced something similar to that in my past, so I kind of understand where she's coming from. But honestly, Chantal, just do it. Just get out and do it. That's the hardest part. It's just making those first initial steps. And then it's easy. Then it's like, oh, I could do this. I can do this. This isn't so bad, right? We always make things out to be worse in our head than they actually are, usually. So,
country, it's not the same whatsoever. For what I used to do, it's not the same. So it's hard to long for that. But yeah, I mean, I do miss sometimes my scenic drives in Canada. Canada has some really beautiful nature and it's relaxing. I used to, for my mental health, just go on long country roads. And, I wish gas cost, I don't know. I don't care. I wish gas was the same price in Canada as it is here. I know I've said this many times, but maybe new people are watching. But the gas stations and the gas situation is, of course, it's different here than Canada. I think it was costing me at least 80, might even have been, about $80 Canadian to fill it. And that was, before. And now things just keep going up for prices. And so things are just really expensive for gas and in Canada, petrol. And here and in Canada, when you go to a gas station, there's different. It's so different. Number one, there was only one or two full serves I knew of in Ottawa. Maybe there were more, but the majority of gas stations in Ottawa, or where I'm from in Canada, seem to be self-serve. So you got to pump your own gas, and that's fine. I mean, if you have to do it, but let's all be real. If you didn't have to pay extra to have it done for you, come on.
She's only saying this because she doesn't pump her gas in Kuwait. First of all, she doesn't drive in Kuwait. Even if she did, she wouldn't have to pump her own gas in Kuwait. Now listen, I'm from New Jersey. Don't hate, but we don't pump our own gas in New Jersey. It's just the way it is. Why? There's different reasons. It's stupid, whatever. We don't pump gas in New Jersey, right? When I moved to New York for the first time, I was like, oh shit, I gotta learn how to pump my own gas. That was a little bit of a learning curve. I had no idea what I was doing. You think like you would automatically know, but it's like when you've never done it before, you're like standing there like, okay, what now? And you feel stupid, right? But yeah, her talking about not having to get out of the car, she just wants to be waited on hand and foot. She wants someone to shuttle her into her vehicle, to shuttle her out of her vehicle. She doesn't want to have to do any kind of maintenance. She doesn't even want to drive the damn thing, right? She just wants to be in a vehicle at this point.
Especially on really cold days, and you're just like, come on. And it's just,
girl, you went out in Canada every single day in the winter. We watched her in a fucking t-shirt, in short sleeves. Everyone else has got winter coats on. It's negative 30 degrees in fucking Kazakhstan, wherever the hell she was from. And you're telling me, oh, it was too cold to get out to pump gas. She would be sweating in her car in the middle of February when there's 3 feet of snow on the ground in a t-shirt. And she's trying to say it was too cold to get out to. Bitch, you shat in the woods. How many times did you pull over and shit on the side of the road? Okay? Don't even with that. You're just lazy. Just say it. I'm lazy. I don't want to pump my own gas.
It's like going so slow. But yeah, it was expensive for gas. And that would be, that $80 would last me like not even a week, a full week. So
Because you just sat. Again, this woman had no job. She had no errands. She had no hobbies. She had nothing. She didn't leave the house unless it was for food, drugs, or sex. That was it. And usually the food, drugs, well, at least the drugs and the sex were like at the same location, like at Notter's house. Sometimes the food too, but food was everywhere, so it didn't matter. That's the only time. And she would bitch about how much gas she was spending getting around in her car. You didn't literally have to go anywhere. She would just, on top of cooking when, or, sporadically when she did cook, and ordering in food, which was multiple times a day. But yet she was still going out for food and sex and drugs. So
that's, that's like about $400 probably a month I would spend on gas, especially going on these long drives, And
why did you go on the long drives? To get food and to just babble at your audience literally for 10 hours a day. Like let's not paint history to be a different hue than it actually was.
And here,
how much did you spend on food during that time period, Chantal? I'm guessing she probably was in like at least 5,000 plus a month on food back in the crackhead days, for sure. Because I don't think people don't realize in like the states that don't have them. And if you've ever been in a lot of dispensaries, you probably don't know. But I'm not going to show anything on camera. But a simple like standard chocolate bar, right, from an edible dispensary, that'll run you at least $30 for one candy bar. At least $30. You can buy usually those tins, like the gummies, they come in like 10 gummies in like a little tin with the THC gummies. They're $35. You guys don't realize how expensive edibles are. I once bought an edible. It was literally like almost the same size as like a gold coin, those chocolate gold coins that they sell for kids. 2 of those, $40 in a little package. I'm like, what the fuck? They were delicious. I think got me really baked, but like edibles are expensive.
And in Canada too, you have to park up to the pump. You have to pull up to the pump on the side that your gas tank is on. And here you can pull up to any direction. It doesn't matter. They have the longest hoses I've ever seen that reach around the car and everything, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to stop your car. In Canada, you have to turn off your car.
Honey, you don't go outside. What does any of this matter? And don't say if I had a license I would travel more. Yeah, she supposedly she got some kind of bullshit license in Kuwait now. Let's see how often she uses it, because I'm guessing it's zip.
Pump the gas for safety reasons or whatever. But here, I guess that doesn't apply because you don't turn your car off. You pull up on any side you want. They bring that long hose, and you just leave your car on in park, and it costs every time Salah fills the sherry from empty to full. It's about 3 KD and a quarter. So I'll put the
full tank costs 3.25 KD, which is 14.80 Canadian, which is 10.57 US. So it costs $11 to fill their tank. Okay. Celery is $10. You guys can't get Amazon shipped there. You live in a hellscape of your own making. Your fake husband plays Crazy Frog on the keyboard behind you till all hours of the night. You can't stop eating. You're an animal abuser. You have no friends or family left that care about you. You can keep your $11 gas. I don't give a fuck. I would not want to be this. All of those things to pay $10 to fill your gas tank is not worth it. Okay? It is not worth it. Look at the quality of life you're getting for those gas prices. No thanks, I'm good. God bless the United States.
Version here for you, but it's like, it's insanely cheap. I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe it when I first came here. But there's so much oil in Kuwait, right? There's so much oil in Kuwait. It's an oil country, so of course the price of gas is going to be less. That makes sense.
And they can keep their goddamn oil while I'm concerned.
So it's definitely one advantage of residing here. And so yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I finally have my license. So I'm actually going to be going out in a little bit. If you haven't noticed, I'm all done up.
You look the same. You're just heavily filtered. You're all done up. I hope you have a good time. I hope you should have filled your eyebrows in though, girl. You look a little... Your eyebrows make you look bald. Okay, your eyebrows frame your face. They are literally the curtains of your face. If you have shitty eyebrows, guess what? Your face isn't going to do it. It just doesn't do your face any favors to have crappy eyebrows, Chantal.
So yeah, I'm going to be going out and having a bit of fun to myself.
So she's going to get in the car.
Or with someone.
Listen to the sentence.
Having a bit of fun to myself. With or with someone.
Having a bit of fun to myself with or with someone. So she's definitely going with someone. It's probably the MLM chick / her copyright lawyer / the person who's in charge of her YouTube account that is going to be striking channels. That's who she's going out with. Miss Lawyer Ma'am.
A girlfriend, obviously, but not... Yeah, just to clarify that, just in case, you know how rumors spread around. So yeah, I can do that as well. I can go meet friends that I've made here. I can go do all kinds of things.
What friends have you made there, Chantal? Come on. There's nothing wrong with not having a lot of friends. It's quality over quantity. 100%. I believe that. I don't care. Someone that says, I've got 1,000 friends. I don't give a shit. Do you have any best friends? No? Okay, that's probably a reason. Where are your friends? If you had friends, you would show us vlogs. Like, your friends would be like vlogging you. They don't have to be in the vlogs. They can just like assist, right? If you go out somewhere fun with your friends. Also, what do you do for fun with your friends besides go out to eat? Anything?
So yes, but I do plan also, you know, inshallah, taking you guys, my Beezers, my viewers, you know, just doing more things that, you know.
I hope we get a fucking car mukbang, a pre-recorded car mukbang, because you know what? She is going to destroy that car. The last time I saw them in the car, was it their that infamous couples vlog that she went nuts about, that who cares? I noticed he didn't have the plastic on the back seat. I forget which video that was, but it was very, very recently. Can't remember which video it was, but there was no plastic on the back seat. I don't know if he takes the plastic off and then puts it back on, but there was definitely no plastic on it. And it was a shot of Salah, and then I saw the back seat behind his head and there was no plastic. So she is going to destroy this new T-Mobile. Oh, wait till he gets inside the car and there are French fries stuck in between the seat, just moldering and getting hard and wet and cold, you know? I can't wait.
I can do on my own, or like I said, Salah might be busy, doesn't want to do it. So yeah, I'll just, you know, it's good to do things on your own sometimes. It's good to have space.
Chantal, you should have been doing this from fucking day one, okay? Never let a man have control over whether or not you can leave. First of all, I hope you have a key to your apartment. Last time we checked in with her, she said she didn't have a key. I don't know if that has changed. Chantal, did you get a key to your house? I sure as shit hope you have a key to that apartment. And you're not dependent on him to be home to let you in your house. Can you imagine living like that? I can't. That's like white slavery. I swear to God. Like, okay, it's not, but like, she can't leave. She can't get in. If she does leave, she can't get back in unless he's home. That is crazy. Maybe that's normal in certain parts of the world, but I'll speak for my Western Hemisphere girlies. That is not normal. It is not.
A little bit of space in a relationship, you know, it's healthy. So, yeah.
You don't have a healthy relationship. Get away from him. He's bad. He's bad.
How is Salah feeling about this? I'm sure you're wondering. He is very nervous. He's very
He's nervous for the car. He's not nervous for you. He couldn't care shit about you. He is nervous for that car. His name is probably somehow wrapped up in that car too with hers. I know she's paying the bills, but I bet you anything he is the title holder for that car. Oh, he I can't wait for car season.
nervous. Just doesn't want me to get hurt or anything or lost. Please. Or, he's a bit nervous, but overall, I think he's happy.
She's going to get lost in Kuwait. And she won't be able to read the GPS. Oh my God, early Christmas present, please, Santa.
For me, he said Mabruk, congratulations. And so I think he's happy for me. And
how did he say congratulations, Chantal? Did he say congratulations, you got your license, congratulations? Or did he was like, congratulations? How did he say it? They are fighting hard right now.
Realizes that it's kind of a necessity because it's just good for us both to have this ability to just go if we need to go somewhere.
To just go, to just get out. Like, I agree. It is good to have the ability to just get the fuck out. Always know where the exits are as a woman. Always. Especially in the Middle East, especially as a white woman, especially as someone being so unhealthy, you cannot take care of yourself. Know where the exit is, so at least you could try to get out. Jesus, Chantal.
Yeah, it's just fair. Like sometimes we can share the driving, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm kind of happy that I don't have to worry about, not being able to drive here. So that's the news. I have my license, and stay tuned. We will do specifically more live streams, maybe trying different restaurants, cafes, stuff like that. And yeah, show you around.
I thought you guys were going to do more with the couples channel. Have you decided not to because you pissed everyone off with that, or what? Is it just now it's going to be live streams from restaurants with just you? I mean, I'd rather just see her myself. Again, nobody wants to see Salah. He's ruining your channel. I'm just pointing that out to you one more time. Listen, anything that puts Salah away from this whole thing, I don't have to see or hear him. That's good. That's good to me.
A bit more, sometimes alone, sometimes with Salah. It just depends. I don't know, but I definitely enjoy doing lives in like different cafes and stuff like that. So I'll do that once in a while. I'm not saying like every single day, but maybe once in a while. We'll see. So I guess that's it, guys, for this video. Thank you for listening, and I just wanted to share this exciting news with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I wonder if her next recorded video is going to be her at a cafe. Just a vibe I'm getting. Just all the hints she's dropping. Yeah. X to doubt there are any friends. I mean, she got her license. Again, there's a huge debate about whether it's an actual license, if it's like an international driving license, if it's I was looking up something on my phone earlier, actually, and it was kind of interesting. Where was it? I X'd it out. Oh, so basically I asked Google, like, what's like, how do you get a driver's license on a tourist visa in Kuwait? And basically saying you cannot get a Kuwaiti driver's license while you are on a tourist visa in Kuwait. Driving licenses in Kuwait are generally issued only to residents holding a valid residency visa, also called an Ikama. I'm probably saying that wrong. However, as a tourist, you can still drive in Kuwait using an international driving permit or an IDP, along with your valid home country driver's license. Now, she admitted to us that she let her Canadian license lapse. Now, I know in the United States, if you let your license expire, you have to go reapply for the whole damn thing. I don't know if you have to do that in Canada, but if she doesn't have a valid driver's license in Canada, she can't get an international driving permit in Kuwait. Again, this is just on a tourist visa. Who knows what kind of bullshit is her visa says, but again, if she gets pulled over by the cops in Kuwait, they're dicks over there. Like, they are serious dicks. I've heard people say that they are just they will pull you over for anything. And it would be crazy if they see, because it's going to be obvious she's not from Kuwait, she's not from the Middle East. So it's going to be interesting to see if they ask, hey, let's look at your visa status. I'd think twice, Foodie, just saying. Also, it says for driving options for tourists in Kuwait, it also says tourists can legally drive using an IDP, which again is the International Driving Permit, but those are only good up to 3 months, depending on how long you're going to be staying in Kuwait. So, yeah. It says if your visa status changes, for example, from employment to residency or vice versa, you can apply for a driving license in Kuwait, but it is also, again, subject to eligibility requirements. So, who knows if she messed with her visa, like if she's saying she's under a work visa, maybe that's why. I'm thinking she got nervous because now she made everyone really angry. People are looking into her like immigration status and shit like that. I know it's talked about on Twitter. So I'm curious if she changed her or she. You can't change a visa while you're in the country, right? You have to apply for it. Listen, she is doing something highly illegal. I went through a visa process. Again, it was in the United States. It was a fiance visa, different. But you can't just willy-nilly apply for a visa while you're on a visa in the foreign country. That's just not the way it works. So I'm telling you guys, she can get an international driving permit, which is good up to 3 months in Kuwait. But again, if her visa is not by the book, who the fuck knows? Because she could probably just get some doctor. Listen, you can go and get a fake driver's license for like $200, right? So I'm sure she can get a fake Kuwaiti license for a couple KD, right? Isn't that what she likes to flex? The KD is so strong. Okay. But yeah, so that was the video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious what the community's take is on her visa status, on her this whole bullshit license thing. I want to know what you guys think. I've got a couple theories. I want to see how this plays out. Again, I want to listen to what Milk Tea said about her knowledge of this area because she does have some knowledge about this kind of stuff. So this will be an interesting time. Chantal, don't get pulled over. If you do, you better hope and pray that the cop can be bought off. And yeah, have fun with that. I will see you guys in the next video. Au revoir.